Shalom, shalom. It's your favorite Rocky. Week 3 Fit at 50. So, been going strong for the last 3 weeks, going to the gym. I did come down and got sick a little bit, but I was still consistent. Being safe, of course, keeping my distance. But what I realized in this journey is was something I've always known is that discipline over motivation. When you're on a journey to get to your destination, it's going to take more discipline than it will take motivation. Motivation is for ideal situations and circumstances. Discipline is in spite of less than ideal situations and circumstances. So if you had to choose between the two, always choose discipline. The journey of 1,000 miles begin with the first step, and then you repeat the next step thereafter. So been getting back in shape one workout at a time, and just kind of going through retraining my mind through discipline. I did get up a little later this morning. I think I need to start getting up around 3:50. This morning I hit the snooze button and got up at about 4:30. So I got to the gym a little later than I was expecting and went a little over. But I'd rather get there late than not get there at all. So even if you're get off your schedule, don't get off your schedule. You adjust it and you make the necessary adjustments to stay consistent. Consistency is king. You can't just go get back in shape one workout. You can't just go run the hill with one step. You have to be consistent in whatever you do. If you're going to be successful, you're going to have to be consistent in developing a mindset of consistency. It's not to say that you can't have no days off, but your days off shouldn't exceed those days which you do show up. And a lot of times in this 3 weeks, that's been a win in itself, just showing up, getting to there and just say, I'll just do a little. But if you convince yourself just to show up, when you get there, you'll do more than what you thought you would in the beginning. So sometimes showing up in itself is a victory, but in showing up, your mind and your body will, well, since I'm here, I might as well do this. So before you cancel, before you quit, at least show up and give yourself an opportunity to exercise discipline to accomplish your goal. Am I the most fit as I could be? No. But am I in better shape than I was when I started 3 weeks ago? Most definitely. So the next evolution of this process is not just what happens inside the gym, but refining my diet outside the gym. Currently outside is about 16 degrees in a blizzard snowstorm. And there was an opportunity like, man, it's cold outside. I don't know if I want to go out there. And just know that when you set a goal, some things are going to come in your path to challenge to see if you're serious, if you're really serious, meaning like it's a part of the process. And some people may say, oh, it's easy for you, you don't have this, or you got this, and they'll make every justification of why you can do it and they can't. But the reality of it is, it's hard for everyone, especially when you're trying to accomplish your goal. Once you set your destination, there's going to be opportunities to take shortcuts, to take breaks, to say, I'll do it tomorrow. And that's how I got in this state. It's like once I had both my hips replaced, running was a staple, a signature part of my workout. And that's how I used to commune with the Most High. So when I lost my ability to run, I lost my motivation to work out as a whole. And once again, I said motivation. That's where discipline exceeds motivation, because there's several things that I can do. And I walked on the treadmill today. I've been riding bikes and been getting on ellipticals. So in the absence of running, there were several activities that I could have done, but I found myself wallowing in self-pity and wondering like, oh man, I'm never going to be able to run miles again and do this. But don't focus on what you can't do. Master what you can. And when you start to master what you can do, you'll start to realize what you can do will exceed the things that you can't do. The only limitations you have are the ones you put on yourself. So live a life free of limitations, show up, and then just continue to be disciplined, and you'll find yourself accomplishing your goals. I was telling my sister, I was saying like, win the morning. Because if you talk to, when you look at successful people, they'll have a morning routine. So if you win the morning, then you win the day. So if you win enough days, you win the week. If you win enough weeks, you win the month. You win enough months, then you'll win the year. And you win enough year, then you end up like me, being a winner. No, you end up living a winning lifestyle, a disciplined lifestyle. Even though you may have highs and lows where things are better than others, the overall trajectory of your life will be on an ascending plane. So even though I'm currently out of shape, over the course of my adult life, I have lived an active life. So even me getting back and applying discipline to get back in shape, I'm not starting from ground zero. I'm starting from an elevated base. I wasn't fat. I was getting there. It was an invitation for me to be fat. And if I had to continue down that path, I'm sure my belt buckle would have had a permanent umbrella. But that's when it takes discipline to step in and say, I'm better than this. And that's the thing. If you can do better, do better. It's not a matter of competing with the next person. I'm a person that competes with me because I know what I have inside of me and the capabilities I have. So if I can be a better version of myself, then that's a win in itself. I don't need to compete against friends, family, peers. That is low level competing. But when I compete to be the highest version of myself, then I'm truly winning. And I'm not in competition with anyone. So I don't need to compete with anyone. I don't need to be jealous or envious in anyone. Because if I do me, then that should be sufficient for me to have a happy and blessed life. So don't compete with others. Compete with yourself to be the highest version of yourself. And when you do that, you'll realize that not only are you going to get better, but the people around you that are secretly competing with you will get better as well. So shalom, shalom, win the day, have a winning life.